Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. I am Charger on Grand Theft Auto Online. So on this video I'll be doing a review of the Benefactor Terrorbyte. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can actually find it on Warstock Cash and Carry. Right over here. Okay, so depending on how much you upgrade it, or what kind of modifications you add, or whatever you want to put into it, it can cost you anywhere from between $3 million and $3.7 million. Okay, so let's take a look. So the inside, you can change the color. So the different colors are, of course, your choice. So the choices, they're all the same price, so it doesn't matter what you choose, but the default is just gunmetal. Okay, the inside, the interior, you can pick the delivery. Okay, so this one, depending on what you choose, the price increases. You can see it's incrementing up to the most expensive at $127,500. But if you're just like me, you don't care what the inside looks like, you can leave it plain, doesn't matter. Whoopsie. Okay, and then all these other things here. You got the turret station, drone station, which I'll recommend getting. The weapon workshop, if you already have a bunker and you already have a weapon workshop in it, you probably don't need this. It's optional. Specialized workshop, I would probably recommend, because if you're planning on getting the Oppressor Mark II, this is the only place where you can put the modifications and upgrades on it inside of the Terabyte. Alright? Okay, so that's the Terabyte. So once you get the Terabyte, and before you even consider picking up the Terabyte, you actually need to own a nightclub, because the Terabyte, when you purchase it, will be stored in your nightclub, and you'll get a new garage, the Terabyte garage, which is level basement 5. Okay, so this is where your Terabyte gets stored, right here. So you gotta own a nightclub in order to purchase this vehicle. Okay, so let's get in here and see what kind of modifications we can put on this. Okay, so you got your basic armor, brakes, engine. There's a sale going on engine upgrades right now. You can change your horn, the lights. There's no neon kit for this, so don't look for that. And all your basic stuff on there. Okay, so let's take this out. Okay, so while you're in the cab, you got this feature here. You can use the player scanner. If there's other people out here, you can actually look at them. When you target them, it'll show you their stats without having to go into the start menu or the pause, quote unquote, pause menu to look at their stats. You also got more than one of these. So if you hit L1 on PS4, it's L1. You can switch to the other cam here. You can see it's under the wheel well. Actually, it's in the back. I'm sorry. In the rear. And this one's in the front, right above the cab. Okay. So it's like your standard car. Now on the side here, so let me just show you where those cameras are. So here's the first one right here. You can kind of see it. It's kind of huge. Looks like those first webcams that first came out. And the other one is right over here, right in between the two spare tires. Okay, now let's take a look at the nerve center, which is the brains of this outfit here. Alright, so that's the weapon, the specialized workshop there, where you can store your Oppressor Mark II. This is where you can launch missions. I'll get to that in a second. This is the turret station, or drone station I should say. You also have access to turrets, and here you can exit to the cab, which for some reason you can't exit from the cab to here. You have to actually get out, which is weird. Let's take a look at this real quick. Okay, so this is the turret station right here.
The multi-lock missile battery. Not too much to say on this. Just point and shoot, right? The multi-target lock-on allows you to lock on to multiple targets at once, obviously. Not exactly sure what the hell you'll need this for, but who knows? Seemed cool.
Alright, so you got multi-target lock. You can zoom. It's got a 360-degree rotation on it, which is really nice. In the horizontal plane, in the vertical plane doesn't go up very far. I would estimate about a 60-degree vertical plane. Alright, let's get out of that. Now the other station is going to be the drone station. Let me get over there, you can check that out. Okay, so the drone's going to have a few functions. Okay, so you're going to be able to move it just, like a regular vehicle without having to speed up or slow down. You just move. You can go vertical too. Okay, you do have a zoom on this. Okay, just kind of like the missile turret. Okay, and you do have a boost. Okay, but it does take a little bit to charge up. And you do get some pretty good range on this. You can be pretty far away from the Terabyte and still have access to this. You also have this shock here. You just gotta, that little circle in the middle, you gotta get a target in that, and you can use the shock on someone. And that actually has some pretty good range. Okay, but it does take a while to charge. It's just like the boost, it does take a little bit to charge. Okay, and you can also detonate this, blow it up. You do have to hold the button down in order for it to detonate. Let's take a little bit for it to blow up. Alright, and that's the drone. And there is a little bit of a cooldown on the reusing the drone if you did blow it up. Okay, now to get to this thing here, this touchscreen monitor. This is where you can launch missions. Let me get in there. You can check this out. So if you're a CEO and or motorcycle club president, you can actually launch resupply missions from this screen. The biggest downside is if you purchase supplies, this is going to be pretty much useless for you. Okay, especially for the gun running and the biker supplies. So if you purchase your supplies, you're probably not going to use this ever. Okay, but if you own a CEO warehouse, you can launch the missions from here. You can see there's a big lock on it. I don't actually own a warehouse, so I'm gonna have a lock on it. And I'm on CEO right now, which is why there's a lock on the biker supplies. You can also source vehicles from here, if you choose to, as well as cargo, if you own a hangar. So if you don't own a hangar, you'll see a big lock on this also. What's new is the client jobs here. So the client jobs, we've got 6 altogether. 4 you can do solo. Okay. These 2, you need at least one other person in your organization, be it CEO or motorcycle club president. So just keep that in mind, these 2, and the I haven't had a chance to try these out yet, but from what I've heard, you split the the earnings between the amount of people that you're doing these two missions with, sorry. Okay, but these four you can totally do solo. I would probably recommend diamond shopping, targeted data, and maybe robbery in progress. So the thing with the missions is, when you do a mission, there's a 30-minute cooldown before you can repeat that same mission. Additionally, there's a 5-minute cooldown if you want to do a different mission. So let's say I do robbery in progress. I complete it. It has a 30-minute cooldown if I want to do it again. And while there's a 30-minute cooldown going for that, these other three will have a 5-minute cooldown before you can even start these ones. So just keep that in mind if you're doing these missions. Alright, so let's get back up to the cab. We can test out the driving capability. Okay, so if you get all the upgrades, this thing actually moves pretty fast. It's kind of it's pretty maneuverable, and it's a heavy vehicle, so you know you'll have it's gonna be kind of like a battering ram. So that's what's nice about it. Going uphill, like I said, if you got the engine upgrades, transmission upgrades and everything, you're gonna have very little problems going uphill with this. It'll slow down, but you won't have as much trouble as if you're doing, let's say, that motorcycle club mission where you have to drive the post-op vans going uphill. It's not gonna be like that at all, which is actually really nice. Of course, it is a heavy vehicle, so you are gonna have a little bit of a hard time turning if you're going at high speeds. So just keep that in mind too. Okay, but with the upgrades weren't really that much. They're, I would say, between $200,000 and $400,000. And what I mean by upgrades is, you know, the modifications you do after you purchase the vehicle in the garage. So just, you know, adding on all those, you know, getting the engine upgrades, transmission upgrades, respraying, all that stuff. That's what I mean. But you know, it can cost you upwards of 3.8 million dollars, depending on what modifications you want to get initially when you purchase it from Warstock. So keep that in mind too. So I would say, if you are going to purchase this vehicle, you want to have at least $5 million in your account, at least. Okay, so other than that, I'm gonna test out its durability right now. So I'm gonna go over to the police station, closest one I can think of. Or actually, I don't even need to. I can just do it right here. Let me go into the nerve center. I'm gonna test out its durability, see how long this thing can last. Or rather, maybe, no. I'm just gonna... Actually, let me take it over to the to Fort Zancudo. Don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. So I'm gonna take us out to Fort Zancudo, because they got tanks and whatnot over there. We'll see how long it'll take for them to blow this up. Okay, so like I was mentioning earlier, if you do plan on getting an Oppressor Mark II, you can store it anywhere, really. Any garage you own. But if you do want to upgrade it, the only place you'll be able to upgrade it is inside of the Terabyte. So, and if you don't purchase the specialized workshop right out, you can always purchase it later. As you saw, you can always renovate on the Warstock Cash and Carry website. So let me get over to Fort Zancudo. It's gonna take me a couple of minutes, but for you it'll be just a couple of seconds, so I'll see you in a little bit. Okay guys, so I just arrived at Fort Zancudo. I'm gonna drive right in here. Let's see what kind of havoc I can create with this. Okay, so let me get into a good spot where I can start shooting at things, because they do have a tank on here. I want to see how many shots from the tank I can this Terabyte can handle. Let me just find something I can shoot at. There we go. Okay, it's a good central location. Kind of far away from my hangar, but that's alright. I plan on dying anyway. Okay, so let me get into the missile station here. And we'll start blowing stuff up. Let's see, where was that jet? Huh, weird. I guess they took off with the jet. Okay, well I guess I'll just have to blow some other stuff up. Okay, it might take a while to get a Wana level. Alright, let me find something. Oh wait a minute, there's a jet. I wonder why I couldn't lock onto the jet earlier. Well, anyway. Okay, now I got a Wana level. Let me get into the missile station here. Sorry guys, that took a little bit. Okay, well I guess the nerve center acts like a hangar or a bunker where you can lose your Wana level. And the jet is gone again. Well, this is gonna be quite a thing. Well, that's good to know. If I'm ever in a jam, I can use the nerve center to escape a Wana level. So I guess I'll just have to go and get one of my birds here. We'll see what the durability of the Terabyte will be. So let me just grab a buzzard. I can blow this thing up. If you're wondering why the hot pink, well, why not? Plus I can tell it's mine. Okay, so let's blow up the Terabyte, see how many missiles this thing can take. Okay, so I can take 5 missiles. That's good to know. Alright, so I got the message that I got returned to the nightclub. So that's one nice thing. It's kind of like the mobile operations center, where if it gets destroyed, it gets returned to the bunker. So, and it looks like no charge either, just like the MLC. So that's one nice feature also. But well, you saw it there, folks. 5 missiles. That's what it took. So if you're under a barrage of police fire, it's gonna take a while for them to destroy it. If other players come after you, they're probably gonna destroy it with, you know, a few grenades, sticky bombs, RPG, homing launcher, you know, anything that can blow up. So it's not as durable, but it's pretty durable. Definitely stronger than some of the other vehicles in the game. So, well, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. My take on the Terabyte: if you don't already own a nightclub, you definitely need one. So that's gonna be another 2 to 3 million out of pocket. If you plan on getting the Oppressor Mark II, like I mentioned earlier, you're definitely gonna need the specialized workshop. Nice features about the Terabyte I do like is the drone feature. With the drone, you know, you got the recharge times, which can take a while for it to recharge, about a minute, as you saw. You do get the missile battery, and you do get the ability to check out other players' stats while in the vehicle. So that's one nice thing about it. Well, I should say another rather nice thing about it, but it, you know, you got the cost too, so upwards of $4 million. So it's up to you if you think it's worth it. I got it to so you guys could check it out before you guys actually purchased it. You saw all the features. You saw the missions. So I'll leave it at that. And well, thanks for tuning in. I'm Charger. That's my review of the Benefactor Terrorbyte. Alright guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.